It's Friday night in the sports show and it is finals time. That's right. We've got lots of home and away matches still to be played across leagues, but in Far North football we have our first finals series beginning the 13th of August this Friday night, 14th of August for playing, and it's both the first and second semi-finals on display at the Roxby Downs Oval, and it'll be two terrific games. The early game has the top of the table in the minor round, Hornridge taking on the second on the ladder, Olympic Dam. They won 7-3, Hornridge, through the season. Olympic Dam 6-4 to get to those two places from their 10 matches. And it's going to be really interesting to see how they go. Who gets the right passage straight into the grand final, who has to face the preliminary final, and the winner of East and Roxby in the late game for next week's competition. Well, let's just have a look back through the season. And it was early in the season, back in round number 3, when the two sides met first time. And it was Olympic Dam 8-12-60 to beat Hornridge 7-7-49 on that occasion. It was a good effort by the Dam. Hopener and Reid were their better players, along with Noonan and Abbott, who've had good seasons. While on the other side of the ledger, they were well served, the Hornridge Footy Club, by Sparks and Webster and Waylon Johncock and Philip Haynes, the boy from out of the West Coast. Now, looking at round 6 game, and it was on this occasion Hornridge hit back 14-11-95 to beat Olympic Dam 6-10-46. So on that occasion it was in control with Joel Harmon making a return for Hornridge. McCarthy was good. Waylon Johncock played well. Richardson was a good player on that occasion. Whilst Olympic Dam had Corneliuson and Kahahi with a couple of goals apiece that day. Hopener, Noonan and Abbott, their usual suspects, seemed to be among their better players on that occasion. Their final meeting was in round 9, and on that occasion, it was Hornridge 12-6-78 beating Olympic Dam 8-6-54. And the better players on that occasion, for Hornridge, Munro booted 4, and Haynes and McCarthy both got a couple. M and W Johncock were in the good players. Haynes, Ridgeton and Ford were also there. While for Olympic Dam, their better players were Hopener, Noonan, Abbott, the regular suspects, Shaw and Russell too. And Noonan with 3 and Abbott with a couple of their leading scorers. They're going to need a lot of goals out of those two. They're going to find some goals probably from somewhere else. If they're to win, maybe from Clark and Hopener and anyone else that can kick a goal for the Olympic Dam side. On paper and through season, you'd say that Hornridge will get up and book themselves a place in the grand final. The Dam will get a second chance next time round. The other match to be played in this final series is the late game, and it's the knockout first semi-final. It's between East and Roxby. East Roxby started the season in a blaze of glory. They were really up and at it earlier on this season. They beat Roxby on the massive score, 10-10-70 to 10 points on that occasion. And it was Clancy who booted 4 on that day for East, and King, Konitska and Stewart were good players, and Hart and Dennis tried hard for a fairly undermanned Roxby Districts. They got their act a bit more together as the season went on, the Districts, and in the second match between the clubs, they kicked 3 goals, 6, but East were too good, 16-19. And East had lots of players. Clancy another 4 on that day, Violagen with 4, and Konitska and Sonowski, Schlink and Millard, all good players. But Sanders, Dadler and Spillane were the only goal kickers on that occasion for Roxby, and Hall, Lemon and Barlow played hard, some of their older players getting to the fore there. And then you look at the final match in round 9 between the two clubs, and this was a very good performance by East again, 11-6-72 beating Roxby Districts 5-17-47. So I guess over the time Roxby Districts have made up some ground, but East have still had their measure. Cam Faulkner booted 4, a former medalist, Stewart with 4 also, and Konitska, Shipper and Rowe amongst the good players on that occasion for East, while it was Roxby Districts had Hall, Santic, Stewart, but no multiple goal scorers, and I think that's probably been their problem. They can't kick enough goals up forward, and I don't think they've got the scorers to do the job. I think that the East Roxby will be too good on the day and eliminate Roxby Districts from finals, but it will be a good late game, and the early game an excellent one too between the two top sides, Hornridge and Olympic Dam. It is season 2021 finals footy action beginning tomorrow across regional South Australia, the first finals action in Far North football.